Hello, fellow gamers and streamers. My name is Gold14 TV, and today I'm going to show you how to optimize your streaming platform, such as using OBS or StreamYard's OBS. For myself, as a demonstration, I'm using my main stream platform is OBS. Now, I'm going to talk about what you can do to optimize your problem from your service provider. Now, if you are a Spectrum owner like I am, and you're struggling to have stable internet connection with it on Spectrum, Frontier, or any other service provider that you have, this is something that I'm going to educate you today. If you are streaming multiple places like Twitch, YouTube, Kick, or you're streaming on TikTok Studio, whatever you're using to multi-stream to your platforms, this is something that I'm going to help you with. And this helps me and resolve this problem, and I had never experienced this problem at all. If you are coming to this video and this is something that you're streaming on Twitch, this is something that may help you on the way. So as we go into the settings, I'm going to go into the advanced tab for you. As you go to do, you're going to start from the very top, you're going to scroll on down to the very bottom. At the very bottom of the page, you're going to see network here. What this really does, I have this check mark that is designed enabled for both of these. What this means, that I have two of these check marks. If you don't have this enabled, I would recommend you turn this on. The reason why I do recommend this enabled for both your internet is going to be more stable. Even if you are hardwired and some reason you're still getting input lag or you're dropping frames while you're streaming, that is something that you need to enable. Make sure you enable this before you start streaming. Okay? So the reason what this does is that this is something that I've been using for a long time now, and this really does help my connection. However, now this is something that if you are experiencing a drop frames while streaming, your streaming is basically buffering and you're getting screen tearing, that is something that you're having a problem with. Even if your bit rate is at its capacity, we're at 6,000 kilobits, or if you are using 2,500 kilobits or 4,500 or anything like that, that something that you're still getting that problem, then I would suggest you, anyone that goes into your advanced setting and by enabling this setting on both these settings checkmark is going to resolve this problem. Now, especially if you're on streaming on Twitch and you're seeing a unstable connection, you're getting red internet connection and something is not stable, then there's something wrong. But I will sometimes lower your bit rate as much as you can. It's possible to have a better outstanding connection. Make sure you check your internet connection or reach out to your internet service provider for any assistance or problems to be resolved. Now, as I would recommend, before you do anything else, before you reach out to your internet service provider, having them come out and fix your internet, even though it's something that's related to your software issue, that might be something that you can optimize this problem and fix it right away. Now, as I have these check marks checked, it's called that dynamically change bit rate to manage congestion. What that really does mean is that if you're having multiple devices like a desktop or a laptop or a tablet or a cell phone, smartphone device, smart TVs, or anything like that, and if you are noticing you're using drop frames, your drop frames are being dropped while you're streaming, then there's something wrong with your bandwidth. That your bandwidth is taking up what's being used as a trace of where your bandwidth is being having to have packet loss while being used. Now, if you are experiencing packet loss, and it's something that's going with your connection, and something that's not being worked around. Now, there is a workaround this setting, as I mentioned, that this is something that I use every day to make sure this is enabled every single time. Once you do enable these settings, make sure you save these settings so it never have to be a problem ever again. Now, the second part of this is enable network optimizations. What that means that it's going to optimize your internet connection. That if you are having a very low internet connection, it's something that it's really much not as the best as you have, that is going to optimize your internet, and your bandwidth is going to be less congested when being used. So what that means is going to stop your OBS from losing drop frames, and it's going to prevent that. It actually helps me when I'm using it on Twitch or YouTube, or any other social platform that you're streaming elsewhere, if you're multi-streaming, in other places that you use to multi-stream. This is something that I would recommend anyone that does not have this enabled. But if you are not using this enabled setting, then what are you doing? And I would really make sure you enable this before you start going live, because this is something that's going to help your bandwidth to stay more stable, and you're not going to lose any drop frames. If you start experiencing drop frames, if it's not enabled, that's going to be your solution to fix. So, I would hopefully this helps you guys out. If you have any questions about the issue, what you can do to resolve your internet being less congested, and this is something that I use, that you're seeing, that is, instead of dropping frames, reduces congested dynamic changes bitrate on the fly. What that means, yeah, if you're using dropping frames while you're streaming, this is something that's going to show you right here. Okay? And especially if you're using currently using support RTPM. Now the bottom part of this, under this enable network optimizations, that is something that you want to enable that as well. So that is going to resolve your problem while you're streaming. Anything down your sources, don't worry about that. But what you want to focus on is make sure this is enabled all possible. Okay? So if you find this video helpful, and you have any questions about your network or your IP address for your internet service provider, I would really reach out to your internet provider for assistance. But my suggestion, make sure before you do that, is make sure you have that setting turned on. But in the meantime, if you find this helpful and you find this educating purposes for streaming, please feel free to let me know if you have any questions. If you need help, I will make another tutorial video about this if you need help. Alright? As always, guys, I will be seeing you guys later in the stream. And as always, happy gaming and happy streaming.